So, first of all, happy First Contact Day to everyone. This is the day in the Star Trek world when Vulcans first contact the humans.
Wow.
It's not an anniversary because it's in the future. I don't know how it works. So you seem to have a very interesting relationship with these delusions, right? On the one hand, it's a science fiction that got, things like Star Trek that got me very interested in the field and made me, responsible for me here today. You could think of, paradigms in sort of Thomas Kuhn's sense as a collective delusion that we break from once in a while. So delusions are good, but delusions also have to be exposed and broken down.
Well, in a science fiction novel, you're aware that you're in a delusion.
So yeah, I guess my question is, how are you reconciling both the goodness and the badness of delusion?
Oh, well, the one plague, actually, one of my recent, I'm a bit of a guerrilla raider. This is another reason why I'm optimistic about science, is I've raided at least half a dozen fields in science in which I've written papers completely out of the blue and had them published in main journals. And one of these was a paper about what I consider to be by far the worst drug abuse in America today, and that's self-righteous indignation. It turns out that we can self-dope. We all know this. I mean, isn't that what the gurus teach us to do? You can release endorphins, you can change your dopamine uptake volitionally within your own mind. And some of these trips are self-reinforcing. If you look at addiction as being general self-reinforcement, then we are meant to be addicts. When my firstborn was born, I smelled his hair, knowing that the olfactory effects would... to this day, he's 21, I grab him by the neck, pull him down, and take a hit. He puts up with it. It's because he knows that shortly after I did that, I said, okay, I'm willing to die for you. Because we're meant to do that. Because those who were capable of becoming addicted to love, Robert Palmer, procreated better. So we have these systems inside us. Unfortunately, drugs, heroin and so on, they hijack these mechanisms and short-circuit them. So you can get the pleasure that you would otherwise get from excitement, music, love, all these things that are supposed to be reinforced. The application of your skill. Ooh. You know what I'm talking about. The point is that the self-doping system that works the best at doing this is self-righteous indignation. How many of you have ever been indignant? Yes? How many of you have ever, when you were in an indignant fury, ever looked in a mirror and admitted to yourself, this feels so good. I am so right, and they're so wrong. It feels so, come on. I'm going to pause briefly and we're going to play this. Just what the heck? Might as well give me something else. Somebody hit the lights. find him at Electric Sheep Comics online. Books have trailers. Yeah, well, we have questions about science fiction as well, and this was my second book that is based on the very near future, and that's more difficult because people alive today will live to see it. And last time I did this was the novel Earth, and one of the things that people are sending me a lot of emails about is the recent release of several million documents that were recently studied, much larger than WikiLeaks, studied by more than 100 journalists around the world, where whistleblowers have released information about hidden bank accounts. Have any of you heard about this in the last few days? And this was pretty much what I was talking about in my novel Earth. So let's go on with some questions.
Actually, we were going to end it here in the formal setting, but there will be a reception outside where we hope that you can join us for a more informal Q&A session. Let's give David Brin another party round of